unmistakable New York skyline to the east. And we are across the river on the Jersey side at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. On the Bills sideline is Sean McDermott. His guys got the season started on the right foot. A home victory in the season opener. Opposite him, the Jets' Aaron Glenn. His guys, on the other hand, couldn't pull one out last week in the opener, so they're looking for their first win at home here in Week 2. Mike Tirico with my partner Greg Olson, the veteran Nick Folk to get this one started. And off we go from East Rutherford. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Bills offense heading out, and they are led by the MVP of the National Football League, 29-year-old quarterback Josh Allen in the prime of his career.
Really solid all to the offense. Ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now some movement up front. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time here today. From the gun, throw here for Allen. Our throw here, right side, falls incomplete. Trying to get it to Dalton Kincaid there. And it'll be second down. Off the play fake, here's Allen. And downfield into the hands of Keon Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Big-time play there for Buffalo. 36 yards.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. You could see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Allen going to give it to Cook. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory.
25-yard line.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 6. Play action. It's Allen. That's going to be incomplete. Good work. Time the defender bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
On 3rd down, it's Allen. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's in! Dalton Kincaid. Touchdown, Buffalo. That is 2nd TD catch of the season.
And that's a really important opening drive here, Mike. You think back a week ago, there was a lot of disappointment. It was a long week of practice, a lot of questions that had to be answered inside that building. So you want to come and show, hey, last week is over. We are a lot better than how we looked then, and we can't do it a lot better than that.
Extra point try forthcoming. His kick is good, and the Bills will take a 7-0 lead.
Jets, nothing. Wishnowsky set to kick off.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. So here come the Jets. Their ever-changing quarterback carousel stops on Justin Fields, the 26-year-old. Remember, the Bears' first-round pick back in 2021 out of Ohio State.
Mike, this is a big boy game, and sometimes the unfortunate truth is your performance was the difference between a win and a loss. And I think if you asked him, he'd be the first one to say, listen, my performance ability to improve from last week's game, both in production and decision-making, is probably the #1 storyline to follow heading into today's game.
Here we go.
First down. Fields. That's complete. It's Adonai Mitchell. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
18.
2 plays, 2 nice pickups to start the drive. This one a gain of 18.
At the 37-yard line.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Taylor, the tight end, is in motion. On the handoff, here comes Hall. And he'll drive this one forward down to the 36. The safety, Jordan Poyer, up to make the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
It is 2nd and 9.
Here we go. We're good. Good.
They go play action with Fields. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. Greg Rousseau. He gets in to drop him for his first sack of the young season.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Here we go, son. Hurry up.
Fields from the gun on 3rd down. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. He's looking deep for Shakir. That is hard. And they're not going to catch up to him. He will score. 75 yards. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Well, on one sideline, you're ecstatic. You couldn't have dreamed up a better start. 2 drives, 2 long touchdowns. But then across the field, they've got to answer some for touchdowns.
A try here for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bills move out on top. 14-0.
Jets, nothing. Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Jets offense ready for their second possession. Greg, it's one of those weird feelings you build all year for the opener. You play a tight game and lose. It kind of changes the feeling coming into this week a little bit.
Yeah, it certainly does, and if you're not careful, what's that cardinal rule? You don't want one loss to turn into two, one bad play to turn into two. The best teams in this league, Mike, they have an uncanny ability that regardless, good or bad, blowout or close one from the previous week before, it doesn't lead into the next week's work and ultimately the next week's game. So we'll find out, were they able to learn from the good? And there certainly was a lot of it. But can they move forward today and not let the disappointment of last week trickle into today?
That last run lost a yard, setting up 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Fields. He'll get it into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
Here we go. Good night. Blue 58, blue 58. Go.
Working out of the gun, it's Fields. He'll try and get there on the ground. And Fields, who's tough to bring down the open field, gives the D a break as he slides down. But he got the first down.
That's good for Jets. First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
This is exactly how it's supposed to look on 3rd down. His eyes are downfield, nothing materializes. He quickly decides he can do it himself, picks up the first down, and then to protect himself with the slide, well done.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Here we go, side. Green knife, side.
They'll run it out of the gun. And it's hauled. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down.
First down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything.
He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. Greg Rousseau. He gets in to record his 2nd sack here in the 1st quarter.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Here we go, side. Side.
Fields to throw. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 6.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
3rd and long.
Here we go, side. Go.
Fields now. He's got the big rookie out of LSU, Mason Taylor. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Jets. First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Don't jump. Ready?
This a design run with Fields.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 7.
Here we go. 19. Get out.
Fields quickly to Wilson. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 50. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away, hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
2nd and 5.
Here we go. 3-19.
Again, here's Hall, and he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
He'll try to keep the drive rolling, facing 3rd and 6.
Here we go.
To throw is Fields. And he can't get away. Down he goes, back to 16. Terrell Bernard. He gets there for the sack, setting up 4th down.
It's just so hard to get anything going when you're just not confident running your own system. And all these early sacks, yes, they kill drives, but think what it does to the quarterback. The quarterback just can't be confident operating out of the pocket. There's no rhythm, there's no timing, and everything you planned on doing today coming in is out the window.
Folks' kick is good. And the Jets get their first points of the game. They trail 14-3.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
On the return, it's Ty Johnson. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Bills offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. And what a start he's off to. You don't want to start prorating numbers out for 4 quarters, but fair to say, his defense is going to have to find some way to slow him down. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll start on the ground with Cook. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
12 yards. And the Bills, first down. A gain of 12. First down.
From
Bills.
the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. So after 1, the Bills with the early advantage. More from MetLife Stadium after this. The Bills with it to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Allen. To the left side, it's caught by Shakir. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
Gain of 18.
Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
On the handoff, this is Cook, and he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A 6-yard
From
pickup
the 43,
brings up second and
it's
4.
2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. And a nice run. He's got a first down tackle made right at the 35-yard line.
That's another Bills first down. An 8-yard pickup.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Off the play fake, it's Allen. Out to his right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
19 yards.
That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors, to know he can stand tall in that pocket and wait for his receiver to break open.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Cook. And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And the Bills are going to have it 1st and goal. He'll take this down to about the 3.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Their first 2 drives yielded touchdowns. Now they can make it 3-4-3. It is 1st and goal. Hook.
James Cook, the ball carrier.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable diving.
One more time with Cook. And that play took a little long to develop. They stopped it for no gain at the full.
Give credit to this defense, Mike. Their back's against the wall, and they're standing tall so far. Nothing on those first 2 runs. We'll see what the offense has in store now as they bring up third down.
On 3rd and goal, here's Allen. And he overshoots everyone. It's through the back of the end zone and incomplete. Khalil Shakir, the intended target. Now it's 4th and goal. So Sean McDermott going to send on the field goal unit now. This about as short as you can get. No issues there. This one is good. And the Bills going to open up a 17-3 lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The safe kick taken at the 5. Now an opening past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. Greg, this AFC East, a division that really has been dominated by the Bills. The 5 straight division titles. It's hard to see who can knock them off that perch right now.
Yeah, and I think until someone decides that that's going to change, I think you just have to assume that Buffalo remains the king of the East. And I think when you look at the bottom of the division with the Jets and New England, they're clearly in a rebuild. Young quarterbacks, new coaching staff, trying to kind of get themselves out of the bottom of the division. Miami seems to me, I don't know if they're ready to compete necessarily with Buffalo directly, but Miami is a playoff caliber roster, a playoff caliber team. They've showed it in years past. So if anybody's ready to compete, I think it's Miami. I just don't know, Mike, if they are ready top to bottom over the length of the season to get enough wins to keep pace with a team as good as Buffalo.
And two new coaches at the bottom of the standings last year, the Jets and the Patriots. And, Greg, both guys who played for a long time in the league and bring a certain amount of toughness to the top of the organization.
Oh, absolutely, and it was very clear exactly what New York and New England were looking for. They wanted culture setters, right? It wasn't about getting the fancy play caller. It wasn't about the X's and O's. They needed to establish an identity and a culture of excellence and of winning. So, no question, Mike, there was a very clear mission, a clear path to landing on Grable and Aaron Glenn, and they think they have their guy for the long term. So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Throw right side, pulled in by Mitchell. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Hall, it's a pickup of 12. Good for a Jets first down.
12 yards. And the Jets first down. First and 10 at the 16.
Typically in a third down situation like this, Mike, you're thinking pass, but give credit to this offensive play caller. He flips his tendencies upside down, keeps the ball on the ground. Not only does he get a fresh set of downs, they pick up good yardage.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's first and 10. Off the play action, here's Fields. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
We'll try again. It's second and 10.
Here we go, tonight.
Throwing is Fields. Forced to his right. And he'll avoid the contact. Sliding down, pick up 6. And it'll be third down.
It's a gain of 6.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
They go 5 receivers for third down and 4. Here's Fields. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a fourth down.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan. And then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man. And it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
Blue 58, blue 58. Go.
Fourth down, Fields. He's in. Josh Reynolds. Touchdown, New York. And for Justin Fields, that is his first touchdown pass as a New York Jet.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback. They get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
Makes the score Bills 17, Jets 10.
After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. Johnson now to return. and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bills offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender at him, maybe. Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried the first half, it hasn't worked. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And he shows off those strong legs running through one tackle. Give him a gain of 8.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
The 35-yard line. He has really thrown the ball well here in this first half. Look at the numbers. Over 200 yards passing now for the game. Two minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll run straight ahead with Cook. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
Throwing on 2nd down. It's Allen. It's slant into the hands of Shaquille. Allen going to try and hurry him up to the line.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. He's got his man. That's Coleman. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got 1st and goal coming up. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. Here's Cook. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
319!
They'll run with Cook. And this is not going to do it either. Stop for no gain. And just like that, it's 3rd and goal.
Although I would have liked to have seen them throw the ball on one of the 2 prior downs. Now, after getting stopped twice, Mike, they haven't gained an inch on the ground. I think on 3rd down, you have no choice but to put the ball in the hands of your quarterback and see if he can make a play through the air.
They'll run. It's Cook. And he barrels his way into the end zone. James Cook, touchdown, Bills. That's his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Now, the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bills move out to a 24-10 lead.
Mitch set to kick off.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This will be returned from the 6. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10.
Don't jump. Ready? All right.
To throw is Fields. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And really what stands out to me the most in this first half, Mike, is just there's very little separation among these receivers downfield. The quarterback has to throw into a lot of tight windows, contested catches, and they continue to do a nice job separating the ball from the man.
Fields now on 2nd down. A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. To throw on 1st and 10, Allen. That's over the middle to his tight end, Kincaid. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
That's good for the Bills. First down.
Allen going to throw on 1st and 10. That's taken in. It's James Cook.
Complete to number 4, James Cook. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. The 25-yard line.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in this 2nd quarter. The Bills will send out the field goal unit. And this will be from 42 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bills going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. It's our 2nd week in studio, 2nd week of the NFL season. Lots to get to, so let's get after it. Our trip around the NFL starts now at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. The Packers at home to take on the Commanders. And this is Noah Brown. He's going to look this one in, and he'll take it from there. It's a 59-yard touchdown. The Commanders get a 2nd straight win to start the year as they get the tough road victory. Meanwhile, let's check in on the Dolphins as they play host to the New England Patriots. And here's the guy they call Pop, Demario Douglas. He'll take this in for the touchdown. He's found the end zone twice in the first 2 quarters. This one's at halftime, and it's the Patriots looking for a 2-0 start. They lead at the half. Lastly, let's go down to the Big Easy. The New Orleans Saints taking on the San Francisco 49ers. And it's Alvin Kamara. He'll take it all the way, 26 yards. It's a touchdown. The Saints with the lead at the half. With that, a look at the rest of the scores from a jam-packed Week 2 of the new NFL season. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we send you back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. From the 6, here comes a return. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. You know, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going forward on fourth down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of if I kicked a touchback, they got the ball at the 20. There wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off when I could give you the ball at the 35, where even if I fail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses to go for more touchdowns, kick less field goals, because the ensuing kickoff is giving my opponent the ball in much more favorable territory.
You know, the other rule that is adjusted are overtimes in the regular season will mirror playoff overtime. Each team getting the ball. I am so happy, Greg, because I just felt so incomplete when a team got to overtime, but then their offense, which may be the best part of the team, never got on the field.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more. And you hear everyone saying, oh, well, just get a stop. Well, you know, it's that legendary game between Mahomes and Josh Allen where neither team stopped anyone. It was just an offensive touchdown festival. So you won a coin toss and you get the ball. Well, the other team's defense hadn't gotten a stop the whole game. If Josh Allen got the ball first, he probably would have scored on a walk-off. So I love the idea of both teams getting the ball. If a game is good enough to go to overtime, let's finish it. We don't need to be in a rush. There's no curfew. Let's let the guys finish it on the field. A lot more similar to how the regular game goes and not have significantly different game flow come overtime. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable?
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Terrell Bernard. And the Bills are going to get the football here at their own 38-yard line.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Alert, alert, alert! What's that?
On 1st and 10, it's Cook. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now, it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Once again, it's Cook. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
And he just continues to chew off more and more yardage with every single carry. And you can see here with the numbers, Mike, for as strong as he was in the first half, it almost looks like he's gotten even stronger now here in the second.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Allen. Looking middle, he's got to complete to Coleman. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Another great throw, and that's been the story as you check out these numbers. I mean, he has done everything this team has asked of him and more.
Here's Allen. He'll let this go towards the end zone. Deion Coleman, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
On second down, Cook. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. A gain there of 16 yards. Good for a Bills first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Allen, give this to Davis. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
Brings up second and a yard.
Now it's 2nd and 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he barrels his way into the end zone. James Cook, touchdown, Bills. That's his second touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
An extra point attempt to follow. He's got it. And the Bills will extend this third quarter lead.
34, Jets 10. Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. This one crushed. It's over the back line of the end zone. Touchback, and the ball's coming out to the 35. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. Well, Greg, as the season starts, really the season never ends. Think back to the schedule release, the draft has become this multi-day huge event. Green Bay crushed it with all the folks around the stadium in Lambeau, and some big names will be tied to that draft forever. Couple of the rookies that you've watched that are just sticking out in your mind, interested to see how they fit in the league as this season gets going.
Yeah, you know, obviously so much attention around the quarterback position, and Cam Ward goes #1, and then obviously with Shador and all the conversations around that as the draft unfolded. But I think a guy that's going to be fun to watch when we talk about fit, I think you look at Ashton Jenkins. He gets drafted by Vegas. He's now with the Raiders. Pete Carroll. It kind of has the feel of, is he his Marshawn Lynch? Is he the bell cow back under center, Geno Smith, play action, set up that run game, play good defense? This feels like the early path Pete Carroll took when he took over in Seattle and turned them into a Super Bowl champion. So I'm not saying Genty's Marshawn Lynch, but he certainly feels like that's the fit the Raiders were going for when they took him with their first-round pick.
Hey, let me ask you about Travis Hunter. Of course, the Heisman winner, Colorado, great play, both sides of the ball as a receiver and a corner. You know, Greg, it's hard to come in this league and play well on one side of the ball. Is it realistic to think you may see him on both offense and defense?
Well, that's the million-dollar question, and I think to start, you have to say, okay, let's hang our hat on something. And I think when you look at the league, where is it harder to find impactful players? I believe it's harder to find impactful defensive backs. I think it's a harder position. I think the league favors the offense with the rules and the play style. So if I'm Jacksonville, I'm making Travis Hunter a defensive back on day one, and then I'm going to package my offensive plays around his skill set to take advantage of him as a wide receiver. And then as time goes on, it'll eventually unfold where he'll be able to have a role on both sides of the ball more consistently. But if I was in Jacksonville, that's what I would do. But I think it's going to be very interesting to see how fast and how big of a role on both sides they give Hunter early in his rookie year.
He'll find Hall out of the backseat. And he'll get about 6 out of that one before being forced out of bounds.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
Ball is into the end zone for a Jets touchdown.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with the touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. Two-point try coming up. Fields has the offense set.
The Jets will line up for a 2-point conversion.
They'll try to kick it up with Hall. And he will find the end zone again.
Not a real complicated breakdown needed here, Mike. In short yardage situations like that, if you have confidence in both your back and your offensive line, sometimes it's the simplest plays that have the best results.
After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. On the return, this is Strong. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bills offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. And he was unguardable in the first half. You see the numbers as they try to add to those here in the third quarter. They'll run the toss with Cook. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Allen going to give it to Cook. And he followed up after a gain of a yard. It is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Allen. Looking downfield for Coleman. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down. So the drive stalls out, and here's the Aussie, Mitch Wisnowski, to punt. Now Fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. Well, Greg, it will be a very busy stretch for the Passports. A lot of international games to look forward to. 7-0 outside the U.S. Chiefs and Chargers last week in Sao Paulo. Great ones to follow. Vikings and Steelers in Dublin. Vikings in London playing the Browns the very next week. Broncos and Jets, Rams and Jags. They'll also play in London week 6 and 7. The Falcons and the Colts are going to be in Germany in week 10. And then the Commanders and Dolphins wrap up the international slate. That's in Madrid week 11. Greg, this has been such an additive part to the NFL season, all of these international games.
Yeah, I can tell you, Mike, having played one of the international games towards the end of my career in London, when I played for Carolina, it's a great experience. It's fun for the players, it's fun for the coaches, it's fun for the fans and the families. So I expect this slate to continue to expand. There's so many fun international cities around the world that love NFL football.
And from what you hear, there's more to come. We could be at the point someday, very soon, where every team plays one game outside of the U.S. in each regular season. Third down, they need 5.
Here we go, set. Set. Move 58, move 58.
From the shotgun, it's Fields. A pass deep for Reynolds. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Bills' offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. So, Greg, this offense comes on the road here in week 2. Look, road games are so hard in the NFL, but it's nice to hit the road coming off a win at home.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, it's amazing how winning creates more winning. It kind of has an ability to kind of build on itself. It's a snowball effect. So when you're winning, you're feeling good, everything wins. And all of a sudden, you start losing, and you start questioning everything about your approach. So the key in the NFL is win or lose, you're on to the next game. And it's the team's ability to start fresh every single week, regardless of the previous week's outcome. Those are the teams that find themselves in position of the playoffs down the stretch.
Not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
No gain on the play.
So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here now, 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Allen. A pass caught right side by Coleman. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
And at this stage of the game, every 1st down gets them one step closer to being able to finish this one out. This defense has to find a way to get off the field. They have to get the ball back to their offense to give them a chance.
Alert, alert, alert! What's that?
Off the play fake, here's Allen. Back into the hands of Shakir. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a 1st down.
It's another Bills 1st down. It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, We're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. We don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball.
And this tackle there, he's pushing forward. It'll give him 4 yards.
And all you can do at this point, Mike, is just really marvel at how well he's been able to run the ball. And throughout the course of the game, they've certainly not been shy in giving it to him. And I think he's held up his side of the bargain.
A carry for Cook. With good blocking leading the way. He's got the first down inside the 25.
And the key to this balanced attack, like the one we're seeing here, Mike, is that everything looks the same. The defense is constantly on their heels as they try to diagnose what play's coming next. That level of unpredictability gives them the edge on any given down.
A run up the middle with Cook. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
A gain of 9.
Second and a yard.
319.
They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's first and goal coming up.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Davis. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up third and goal.
A 2-yard pickup.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room.
On third and goal, they'll run for it. And he's not going to get in. Tackled at the line. It'll bring up fourth and goal.
I give that defense all the credit in the world there, Mike. And offensively, you find yourself first and goal from the 1. You have to find a way to get that last yard and put the ball in the end zone. There's no excuses to miss a touchdown here.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Bills will extend their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Jets offense ready to get back at it. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down.
Here we go, set.
Fields. Quick slash into the hands of Wilson. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Now a second down throw for Fields. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. A gain there of 23 yards. And the Jets have a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
He'll look over the middle and find his running back. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Are you kidding me? Really? Are you kidding?
I'm not having fun anymore. It's all right. Oh, hurry up, hurry up. Nice.
Fields now. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
The offense is staying right there. They're going for it. 4th and a couple.
Here we go. Turbo. All right.
Taylor, the tight end, is in motion.
It's all right.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He'll air it out. Deep for Wilson. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
They'll start on the ground with Cook. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Allen now on 2nd down. He's got the connection there. It's Joshua Palmer. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Terrific day throwing the ball, and the numbers now show it. Over 300 yards passing in this one. Now a 3rd and 2.
Round 80. Regular. What's that?
We'll try and run here with Cook. And he's going to have a Bills first down. Able to convert. It's 3rd and short, and they pick up 4.
And this is just the defeated defense at this point in the game, Mike. It's been like this all day long. They just have not been able to get the stops when they've needed them. Here's another chance on 3rd down, and they just can't make a play.
They'll run straight ahead with Cook. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A gain of 17 yards. First down, Buffalo.
It's a gain of 17
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Here's a handoff to Cook. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. This running back's had a really nice day. So in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
Allen now off the bootleg. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That is Will McDonald getting in there to bring him down. His first sack of the season. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, they go with Cook. And they'll only get a couple on this one, so the defense holds, and it brings up 4th down.
You can always tell what a team's decision will be on 4th down, Mike, based on what they do on 3rd down. In this case, unfortunately, they didn't get enough yards on the ground to make that 4th down more manageable. So I think they have to reconsider whether they go for it here.
The Jets offense ready to get back at it. They'll begin with 1st and 10.
Angel, here we go, son.
Now Fields. A dive and a catch. Incredible. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll stop it with 28 seconds to go in the game.
And that's what you call do it laying out. It's a big-time play to secure that one.
Now a timeout, Jets. It'll be their 2nd. And they stop it with 22 ticks left on the clock here in the 4th.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Couple of 1st downs already on this drive, and they'll go 1st down from the 43. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. Do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play.
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center, because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run as fast and as far as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can, and when you connect, it is a thing of beauty, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
Looking to double up here. Score the touchdown. They want more. They're lining up for an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
Jets are going to use their 3rd and final timeout here. Stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Allen down to a knee, and that should do it. So a road win here for the Bills. They get the victory here, away from home, to run their early season record to 2-0. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so